Welcome back to my page. This is Kiki Shanae. I am going to do a tutorial on how I got this orange color back to 613 to change the whole color. So these are the colors that I used to make it this bright orange. This was me doing the water method, and these are the items that I'm going to use to get that orange out. After I did the water dip color method, this how bright the orange or the 613 turned to this type of orange using those two Adore colors. I'm going to need baking soda, just a little bit because you don't want to dry the hair out. Dawn soap, and then you want to make sure that you're using clarifying shampoo. It has to be clarifying shampoo. So when you're about to boil the water, you want to make sure you mix the concoction up in the water while it's boiling first. FYI, you can use a lot of the shampoo, you can use a lot of the soap. Do not use a whole bunch of baking soda because you don't want to dry the hair totally out. But you do need a nice amount, but not a heavy hand. You could do a heavy hand with the soaps though. Stir that up. Make sure that the concoction is mixed up really good, and let that water boil until it actually starts boiling. Now that our water is good and boiling, we're going to pour the water into its own bowl. Um, I usually use the sink, but my stopper broke, so I'm just going to use this big blue tub, pouring the boiling water into the big bowl or the sink or whatever you want to use. And then one by one, we're going to start inserting the orange hairs in there. I didn't have enough water, so I just used a little bit of hot water from the sink to just add to it because I am trying to take out the color out of a whole wig versus just a few bundles. So as you can see, as this is my first time putting the hair in there, and as you can see, the water is already kind of turning orange, and this is only me starting the process. Then I'm just going to stir it up, give it a good little mix, and then let it sit. You can let it sit for however long you want. But then after you let it sit, you want to wash it out with cold water and repeat the process one more time. Usually, so for that bright orange, I only needed to repeat this process twice. And this is after the first setting. And as you can see, the orange is going into the water versus when you're doing a watercolor method, the color goes into the hair and the water turns clear. Well, this is the complete opposite. Once the clear water is filled up with all of the color and it look like the water cannot take any more color, you want to pour that color out, wash the hair with some cold water, and repeat the process for a second time. As you can see, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did the first time, just to get that color out a little bit more. It is out, but it's not. Like, I want it to be all the way 613. It's a little bit tint of orange still. But this time when I do it, I'm not going to have it sit for as long as I did the first time, just because I don't want to dry the hair out. So I let that marinate for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and check the results. You see the water got just a little bit of orange in it. That's what I was talking about. Like, it was a little 613, but I could still, you probably couldn't, but I still could see the little bit of orange in it. So that's why I wanted to do it one last time. I do like the turnout. And then once it was back 613, I did put in some brown roots on the frontal and just left the 613 how it was in the back. Use my sewing machine to create another wig, another look. And this is the final result. Check the description for my other videos. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at _wigaholics. Thanks, and enjoy your day.